Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Hungarian ebook before it's gone.
In this video, you will learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Hungarian. Hi everybody, my name is Kristina. Welcome to the 800 Core Hungarian Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Hungarian. But there's a twist. With each new lesson in this series, we'll include the previous lessons at the end. So after you've learned the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you have learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at hungarianpod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally, master Hungarian. Okay, let's get started. First is serpenyő, frying pan. Serpenyő, serpenyő, frying pan. Ez a serpenyő nagyon olcsó. This frying pan is very cheap. Ez a serpenyő nagyon olcsó. Vágódeszka, cutting board. Vágódeszka. Vágódeszka, cutting board. A szakács egy főtt tojást vág a vágódeszkán. The cook is cutting a hard-boiled egg on the cutting board. A szakács egy főtt tojást vág a vágódeszkán. Mosogató, sink. Mosogató, mosogató, sink. A fiú a mosogatóban szokta mosni az edényeket. The boy washes the dishes in the sink. A fiú a mosogatóban szokta mosni az edényeket. Mélytányér, bowl. Mélytányér, mélytányér, bowl. A mélytányér üres. The bowl is empty. A mélytányér üres. Kijárat, exit. Kijárat, kijárat, exit. Hol van a kijárat? Where is the exit? Hol van a kijárat? Térkép, map. Térkép, térkép, map. Nézd meg a térképen, hogy hogyan jutsz el a célodhoz. Check the map to find your way to your destination. Nézd meg a térképen, hogy hogyan jutsz el a célodhoz. Bőrönd, suitcase. Bőrönd, bőrönd, suitcase. Ne hagyj értékeket a bőröndödben. Do not leave valuables in your suitcase. Ne hagyj értékeket a bőröndödben. Turista, tourist, turista. turista. Tourist. Görögország népszerű turista célpont. Greece is a popular tourist destination. Görögország népszerű turista célpont. Politika. Politics. Politika. Politika. Politics. A politika szórakoztató. Politics is entertaining. A politika szórakoztató. Biológia. Biology. Biológia. Biológia. Biology. A biológia az élő szervezetek tanulmányozása. Biology is the study of living organisms. A biológia az élő szervezetek tanulmányozása. Kémia. Chemistry. Kémia. Kémia. Chemistry. Diplomám van kémiából. I have a graduate degree in chemistry. Diplomám van kémiából. Fizika. Physics. Fizika. Fizika. Physics. A fizikai Nobel-díj egy az 5 Nobel-díjból, amit a svéd Albert Nobel alapított. The Nobel Prize in Physics is one of the 5 Nobel Prizes established by Alfred Nobel of Sweden. A fizikai Nobel-díj egy az 5 Nobel-díjból, amit a svéd Alfred Nobel alapított. Közgazdaságtan. Economics. Közgazdaságtan. Közgazdaságtan. Economics. A közgazdaságtan jó háttér más területekhez. Economics is a good background for many fields. A közgazdaságtan jó háttér más területekhez. Tesz. Put. Tesz. Tesz. Put. A cuccokat ide teszem. I'll put the stuff here. A cuccokat ide teszem. Emlékszik. Remember. Emlékszik. Emlékszik. Remember. Semmire sem emlékszik, ami a baleset előtt történt. He doesn't remember anything that happened before the accident. Semmire nem emlékszik, ami a baleset előtt történt. Tart. Hold. Tart. Tart. Hold. Tartsd nyomva a gombot, amíg ki nem kapcsol. Press and hold the button until it shuts down. Tartsd nyomva a gombot, amíg ki nem kapcsol. Bevásárlókocsi. shopping cart. Bevásárlókocsi. Bevásárlókocsi. Shopping cart. A bevásárlókocsi üres. The shopping cart is empty. A bevásárlókocsi üres. Műanyag zacskó. Plastic bag. Műanyag zacskó. Műanyag zacskó. Plastic bag. A férfi egy élelmiszerekkel teli műanyag zacskót cipel. The man is carrying a plastic bag full of groceries. A férfi egy élelmiszerekkel teli műanyag zacskót cipel. Vígjáték. Comedy. Vígjáték. Vígjáték. Comedy. Egy vígjátékot néznek és nevetnek. They are watching a comedy and laughing. Egy vígjátékot néznek és nevetnek. Regény. Novel. Regény. Regény. Novel. Szeretem a feszültséggel teli regényeket. I like suspense novels. Szeretem a feszültséggel teli regényeket. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at hungarianpod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time! Viszontlátásra!
Welcome to HungarianPod101.com's Magyar nyelvleckék 3 percben. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hungarian. Sziasztok, Livia vagyok. Hi, I'm Livia. Nice to meet you. In this series, we are going to learn basic Hungarian expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Hungarian. There are only 2 sentences you need to do it. But first, it is important to clarify that in Hungarian there's a difference between the formal and the informal language. Let's first see how Hungarian people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Szia, Livia vagyok. Örvendek. Hi, I'm Livia. Nice to meet you. Szia, Livia vagyok. Örvendek. Start by saying Szia. Then say your name. And then, vagyok. Szia, Lívia vagyok. Finally, say, örvendek. Szia, Lívia vagyok. Örvendek. And now, let's see the same sentence in formal speech. Jó napot kívánok. Szöllősi Lívia vagyok. Örvendek. Good day. I'm Livia Szöllősi. Nice to meet you. Jó napot kívánok. Szöllősi Lívia vagyok. Örvendek. So, what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these together. Szia has been substituted with the formal greeting Jó napot kívánok, Hungarian for good day. Lívia vagyok has not been changed. Vagyok stands in both cases for I am. However, during a formal self-introduction, we also say our last name, so I said Szöllősi Lívia. Here, you would say your full name. Note that for Hungarian people, family names come first, followed by the given name. However, you don't have to reverse your name when introducing yourself. You can say örvendek in both situations. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in Hungarian is Szia, Lívia vagyok. Örvendek. The formal way to introduce yourself is Jó napot kívánok. Szőlősi Lívia vagyok. Örvendek. And now it's time for Lívia's tips. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands. Jó napot kívánok is a very formal expression. Sometimes people just say Jó napot when greeting each other. Both are polite, so you don't have to worry about making a mistake. Do you know how we say thank you in Hungarian? You learn how to say this and many other words in our next lesson. Legközelebb innen folytatjuk. See you then! Sziasztok! Lívia vagyok. Hi everybody, I'm Lívia. Welcome to HungarianPod101.com's Magyar nyelvleckék 3 percben. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hungarian. In the last lesson, we learned how to introduce ourselves in Hungarian. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use good manners as we thank people. Készen álltok? Are you ready? Akkor kezdjük. So let's start. There are several ways to thank someone. Let's start with the easiest. It's just one word. Köszönöm. Köszönöm. Köszönöm means thank you. When saying thank you very much, you just need to add szépen. Köszönöm szépen. Köszönöm szépen. Köszönöm szépen is like saying thank you kindly. During the last lesson, we mentioned both the informal and the formal way of speaking Hungarian. Köszönöm is the more formal way to thank someone. If you want to be more casual, there's another phrase you should use. Köszi. Köszi. Köszi is an abbreviation of köszönöm, meaning thanks. You would use this phrase when talking to friends. How do you answer? It's easy. There are basically 2 different ways to do it. The first is nincs mit. Nincs mit. Nincs mit literally means nothing to thank for, but it is the equivalent of you are welcome. The other way to say you are welcome is the expression szívesen. Szívesen. Literally, this phrase means kindly, but it has become a common and polite way to respond to someone thanking you. So when someone says köszönöm to you, simply reply with nincs mit or szívesen. Now it's time for Lívia's tips. You can use both köszönöm and köszönöm szépen in informal situations, but be careful about köszi since it is really casual. Don't use it with superiors or people you have just met. Do you know what viszontlátásra means? In our next Magyar nyelvleckék 3 percben lesson, you'll learn this and other greetings in Hungarian. Legközelebb innen folytatjuk. Sziasztok! Lívia vagyok. Hi everybody, I'm Lívia. Welcome to HungarianPod101.com's Magyar nyelvleckék 3 percben. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hungarian. In the last lesson, we learned how to be grateful to people by saying köszönöm. In this lesson, we will learn some of the most common greetings used in Hungary. Készen álltok? Are you ready? Akkor kezdjük. So let's start. The most commonly used informal greeting is szia. Szia. Szia means hi, hello, or goodbye. We use it when we meet, but also when we leave. We should only use this greeting with friends or relatives. If there are more people present, you should use sziasztok, which basically means hi guys. Now let's continue by discussing the formal way to greet people. Jó napot. Jó napot. Literally, jó napot means good day. In the morning, we say jó reggelt, which means good morning. Jó reggelt. During the evening, we say jó estét. Jó estét. Este is Hungarian for evening, but when saying good evening, you have to say estét. When saying goodbye in formal situations, Hungarian people use viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra. Viszontlátásra means goodbye. You can also use its shorter form, viszlát, which is less formal. You can say this to a shop assistant, for example. With your friends, you should use szia when speaking to one person, or sziasztok when there are more people present. Szia. Sziasztok. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Hungarian. Let's look at them all again. When meeting older people or someone we don't know, jó napot. When living in a formal situation, viszontlátásra. When living in an informal situation, viszlát or szia. It's easy, isn't it? And now it's time for Livia's tips. In formal situations, Hungarian people commonly greet each other by shaking hands. Girls greet their friends, including guys, with a kiss on both cheeks. Girls, don't be afraid to try it with your Hungarian friends. During the next lesson, we learn the meaning of the phrase beszélsz angolul? Do you already know it? I will be waiting to talk about it with you in our next Magyar Nyelvleckék 3 percben lesson. Sziasztok! Sziasztok! Lívia vagyok. Hi everybody, I'm Livia. Welcome to HungarianPod101.com's Magyar Nyelvleckék 3 percben. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hungarian. In the last lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in Hungarian. Do you remember them? In this lesson, we are going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you are asking it in Hungarian, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you are saying, even if their answer is no. Here's the informal way to say it. Beszélsz angolul? Beszélsz angolul? Beszél means to speak. In Hungarian, verbs change depending on the active voice. You don't have to say the pronoun here. It is already built into the verb. Beszélsz means do you speak. Angolul literally means in English, with angol meaning the English language. Beszélsz angolul? We are now going to make this sentence formal. First, we need to use the formal version of you, which is ön. In this case, you have to include the word in the sentence. Also, we will have to conjugate the verb beszél differently. Beszél ön angolul? Beszél ön angolul? Adding elnézést, excuse me, the sentence becomes even more polite. Elnézést, beszél ön angolul? Elnézést, beszél ön angolul? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. Igen. Yes. Igen. Egy kicsit. A little. Egy kicsit. Nem beszélek angolul. No, I don't speak English. Nem beszélek angolul. Since this last one is a negative statement, we need to say nem before the verb beszél. Notice also that the verb beszélek is slightly different than beszél. Remember, the verb changes depending on the active voice. Beszélek indicates the first person pronoun, meaning I speak. Adding nem in front of it changes the meaning to I don't speak. Now it's time for Livia's tips. For those of you who are not only English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Hungarian people study other languages at school, so maybe you will get lucky. Just substitute angolul with olaszul for Italian, oroszul for Russian, spanyolul for Spanish, németül for German. In this lesson, we mentioned the expression elnézést. But did you know that this could also be used as an apology? In the next lesson, we will learn this and other ways to apologize in Hungarian. It's never too late to show your good manners with Hungarian people. I will see you in our next Magyar Nyelvleckék 3 percben. Sziasztok! Sziasztok! Lívia vagyok. Hi everybody, I'm Livia. Welcome to HungarianPod101.com's Magyar Nyelvleckék 3 percben. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hungarian. In the last lesson, we learned the phrase elnézést. Beszél ön angolul? Excuse me, do you speak English? We mentioned the word elnézést, which means excuse me in formal Hungarian. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use elnézést and other words when apologizing in Hungarian. We should use elnézést in formal situations, such as when we are ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, elnézést, egy kávét kérek. Excuse me, a coffee please. Elnézést, egy kávét kérek. We can also use it when asking a question. Elnézést, merre van a vár? Excuse me, where is the castle? Elnézést, merre van a vár? Sometimes we also hear people say bocsánat, which basically means the same thing as elnézést and can also be used to get somebody's attention. Bocsánat. We can also use the phrase ne haragudjon. You might hear this phrase translated as forgive me in English, but it literally means please don't be angry. Since it's quite formal, it's better to simply use elnézést instead. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I'm sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is sajnálom. It means I am sorry and can be used in both formal and informal situations. Sajnálom. And now it's time for Livia's tips. Please remember that in Hungary, if you accidentally bump into someone, you can use both elnézést and bocsánat, meaning excuse me. Are you able to count in Hungarian? In the next lesson, we will learn the numbers in Hungarian from 1 to 10. I will be waiting for you in our next Magyar Nyelvleckék 3 percben lesson. Sziasztok!
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Tanárnénit hogy hívják?
Hiszen tudod a nevem. Susan.
De magyarul.
Azt nem tudom. Van magyar nevem is?
Én sem tudom. Azt hiszem Zsuzsa. Zsuzsa néni.
Megkérdezem otthon. De a Zsuzsa néni is elmegy, ha ragaszkodsz hozzá.
Juhé! Elneveztem a tanárnénit magyarul.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Ragaszkodik.
Insist on.
Hiszen.
But.
Elnevez.
Name.
Tanárnéni.
Miss.
Megkérdezem.
Ask.
Hív.
Call.
Elmegy.
Will do. Good enough.
Hozzá.
To it.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Tanárnénit hogy hívják?
Hiszen tudod a nevem. Susan.
De magyarul.
Azt nem tudom. Van magyar nevem is?
Én sem tudom. Azt hiszem Zsuzsa. Zsuzsa néni.
Megkérdezem otthon. De a Zsuzsa néni is elmegy, ha ragaszkodsz hozzá.
Juhé! Elneveztem a tanárnénit magyarul.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Új nevem van. Szólíts Zsuzsának.
Már gondoltam rá, Zsuzsika.
Az már túl cuki. Zsuzsa jobb lesz.
Miért? Engem is becézel. Maradjunk akkor Zsuzsinál, jó?
Na rendben, Danika. Mi a szitu itthon?
Túl sokat felszedsz a diákoktól. Semmi szitu, minden nyugis.
Király.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Szólít.
Call.
Itthon. At home.
Szitu.
Situation. Slang.
Marad.
Stay at.
Király.
Cool. Awesome. Slang.
Nyugis.
Calm. Chill. Slang.
Gondol.
Think about.
Felszed.
Pick up.
Becéz.
Call someone by their nickname.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Új nevem van. Szólíts Zsuzsának.
Már gondoltam rá, Zsuzsika.
Az már túl cuki. Zsuzsa jobb lesz.
Miért? Engem is becézel. Maradjunk akkor Zsuzsinál, jó?
Na rendben, Danika. Mi a szitu itthon?
Túl sokat felszedsz a diákoktól. Semmi szitu, minden nyugis.
Király.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learn. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Hová indulsz?
Megyek templomba.
Tényleg? Várj, elkísérlek én is. Elviszlek kocsival, rendben?
Rendben, megvárlak. De siess, 9-kor dolgoznom kell.
Ma is dolgozol? Te aztán kemény vagy.
Valamiből meg kell élni.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Te aztán
You really are.
elvisz.
Give a lift.
Siet.
Hurry.
Megél.
Make ends meet.
Indul.
Leave.
Kemény.
Tough. Hard.
Valamiből meg kell élni.
You gotta make a living.
Megvár.
Wait for.
Elkísér.
See off. Follow.
Templom.
Church.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Hová indulsz?
Megyek templomba.
Tényleg? Várj, elkísérlek én is. Elviszlek kocsival, rendben?
Rendben, megvárlak. De siess, 9-kor dolgoznom kell.
Ma is dolgozol? Te aztán kemény vagy.
Valamiből meg kell élni.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learn. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Eszel egy palacsintát?
Nem hiszem, hogy jót tesz a diétának. Na jó, kérek.
Vigyél a suliba is.
Oké. Iszom még egy szörpöt. Kérsz te is?
Nem kérek. A spájzban van, tegnap vettem.
Na mentem. El fogok késni.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Spájz.
Pantry. Láda.
Szörp.
Cordial.
Elkésik.
Be late.
Visz.
Take.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Eszel egy palacsintát?
Nem hiszem, hogy jót tesz a diétának. Na jó, kérek.
Vigyél a suliba is.
Oké. Iszom még egy szörpöt. Kérsz te is?
Nem kérek. A spájzban van, tegnap vettem.
Na mentem. El fogok késni.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learn. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Mik azok a levelek?
Milyen levelek?
3 levél van az asztalon. A poharak mellett.
Megjöttek a csomagok. Ezek az értesítők.
Mit rendeltél?
2 könyvet és 2 művészeti albumot. A vizsgámhoz olvasok.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Vizsga.
Exam.
Pohár,
Glass.
Album.
Album.
Megjön.
Arrive.
rendel,
Order.
Művészet.
Art.
Levél.
Letter.
Értesítő.
Notice.
csomag,
Pack. Packet.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Mik azok a levelek?
Milyen levelek?
3 levél van az asztalon. A poharak mellett.
Megjöttek a csomagok. Ezek az értesítők.
Mit rendeltél?
2 könyvet és 2 művészeti albumot. A vizsgámhoz olvasok.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Most people who learn a foreign language learn it so that they can one day have real-life conversations with native speakers. When you start out learning and crack open your first textbook or listen to your first podcast, having a real conversation can feel like a fantasy. When everything about a language feels new, it can be overwhelming. But this couldn't be further from the truth. While it does take a significant amount of time and effort to become fluent, having a conversation might not be as far off as you think. In this video, we'll look at 3 ways you can boost your conversational skills and start talking to native speakers. Number 1, find native speakers and practice with them. It's unlikely you live near a big group of native speakers to practice with. If you happen to be in a major or international city, your chances may be better. Check and see if your city has a general language exchange. Chances are there could be a native speaker there who is also trying to learn another language. Practicing in person with a native speaker is probably the most interesting option for honing your speaking skills. But if you can't find anyone where you live, the next best option is to look online. Luckily for language learners, the past 10 years or so have seen an explosion in online language exchange sites. On these websites, you can search for someone who is a native speaker of your target language and is also learning your native language. The idea behind a language exchange is that you communicate with them via video or text chat, and half of the time, they help you practice your target language. And for the other half, you help them practice theirs. Practicing via an online language exchange is a highly effective way to practice your conversational skills. Number 2, work on pronunciation. Pronunciation is often an overlooked skill when it comes to learning a foreign language. Most people think of a good foreign accent as a luxury rather than a necessity. But what most people don't talk about is how having a good accent boosts your listening and comprehension skills. If you can hear a sound from a foreign language and know how to make it yourself, then you're more likely to understand native speakers when they talk at normal speed, and you're also more likely to remember any new words or phrases you come across. Having a good accent means that the language no longer sounds foreign. Instead, it sounds familiar, maybe even natural. So, how do you go about perfecting your accent? The best way is to break down the language into its individual sounds. Make note of any sounds that are the same or similar to your native language and of those that are different. Of the sounds that are different, spend your time practicing the ones that you find the hardest to say correctly. After you're comfortable with the individual sounds, you can start linking together words and phrases. This is where accent practice starts to get really fun and interesting. Get your hands on some native speaker audio from a TV show, song, or podcast. Play the audio back and listen closely a few times. Take note of how words blend together in speech. Then, do your best to imitate what you hear, trying to match the speaker's emphasis and intonation. Our language learning program's playback feature is perfect for this. Record yourself and compare it to the original recording. Rinse and repeat until you're comfortable with the audio selection, and then move on to something more difficult. This is how you can break through the accent barrier and really start to make the language your own. Number 3. Learn phrases, not just individual words. Learning grammar and individual words is great, but it's not the only approach you should take if you want to speak fluently. In addition to your regular grammar and vocabulary, try learning whole phrases, even if you aren't totally sure how they work grammatically. Learn phrases that are specific to your needs. It's a good idea to learn phrases that are grouped around a certain setting or subject, such as simple greetings or introductions, questions for getting to know someone, or traveling comfortably. You can even learn filler phrases, which you can use so that you have something to say when, well, you don't know what to say. Learning phrases like this will help you become conversational faster. You may not understand what you're saying literally, but as long as you know the general meaning behind the phrase and know when to use it, you'll be able to talk like a native. Eventually, your knowledge of grammar and vocabulary should catch up with the phrases you know. Learning a new language should feel like an adventure. There will be plateaus and periods in your learning where it feels like you're hitting a wall, but being able to speak with native speakers and have real conversations will help you combat language fatigue. After all, talking to someone face-to-face in a foreign language is one of the main reasons we start learning in the first place. And for even more ways to gain conversation skills, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hello everyone, this is Lena and this is Hungarian Top Words. Today we are going to learn 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. Köszönöm, de igazság szerint nem ez az anyanyelvem. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. Köszönöm, de igazság szerint nem ez az anyanyelvem. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker actually. If you are super fluent in the language and then people comment or even think that you are from that country and then you say that, then people are going to be really surprised. Mindössze 1 évbe telt, hogy megtanuljak folyékonyan beszélni. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. Mindössze 1 évbe telt, hogy megtanuljak folyékonyan beszélni. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. When people ask you how long have you been studying a language and then you say it took you just a year to become fluent, then it's definitely impressive. 3 éven belül anyanyelvi szinten fogok magyarul beszélni. I'll speak Hungarian like a native speaker in 3 years. 3 éven belül anyanyelvi szinten fogok magyarul beszélni. I'll speak Hungarian like a native speaker in 3 years. Please challenge yourself and let us know if it worked out. I'm really curious how long it took for our viewers to get in, not only into native level, but like just conversational level. Try it. 10 éve tanulok magyarul. I've been learning Hungarian for 10 years. 10 éve tanulok magyarul. I've been learning Hungarian for 10 years. How about you? How long have you been studying Hungarian? Please let us know in the comment section. Magyar filmeket felirat nélkül is tudok nézni. I can watch Hungarian movies without subtitles. Magyar filmeket felirat nélkül is tudok nézni. I can watch Hungarian movies without subtitles. To be able to watch Hungarian movies without subtitles, I think you have to be pretty much on a native speaker level. Depends on the movie too, but sometimes you hear slangs or regional language, then that could be a little bit difficult to understand. I think it's a good challenge to try how fluent you are to watch a movie without the subtitles and then, for example, have a discussion with your friends about the movie afterwards. That could be a really good practice. Meg tudok jegyezni 50 magyar szót egy nap alatt. I can memorize 50 Hungarian words a day. Meg tudok jegyezni 50 magyar szót egy nap alatt. I can memorize 50 Hungarian words a day. Memorizing 50 words a day is pretty impressive. I think I've never tried that much. A magyar nyelv szórakoztató és könnyen tanulható. Hungarian is fun and easy to learn. A magyar nyelv szórakoztató és könnyen tanulható. Hungarian is fun and easy to learn. That's right. Hungarian language is very interesting, I think. We have a lot of sounds, various ways how we can talk about something or even say a word. Because of that, our literature is pretty rich as well. If you're looking for a fun language, which is not really widespread yet, then please try out Hungarian. A magyar nyelven kívül egyéb nyelveken is beszélek. Apart from knowing Hungarian, I can speak a few other languages as well. A magyar nyelven kívül egyéb nyelveken is beszélek. Apart from knowing Hungarian, I can speak a few other languages as well. I speak Hungarian, English, and Japanese fluently. How about you? How many languages do you speak? Magamtól tanulok magyarul. I'm learning Hungarian all by myself. Magamtól tanulok magyarul. I'm learning Hungarian all by myself. That's very impressive, I think, if people ask you, how do you study Hungarian? And if you say, oh, it's all by myself because I'm interested, then they'll be both happy and impressed. I wonder if there are any sources in your country to study Hungarian, or are you going to language school, or do you take lessons from a teacher, or are you just studying on your own? I'm very interested, so please let us know in the comment section. Gyakran beszélek magyarul álmomban. I often speak in Hungarian in my dream. Gyakran beszélek magyarul álmomban. I often speak in Hungarian in my dream. That's a very interesting thing, that if you get to that level that you start to think and even dream in a foreign language, then probably you're really good at it. And this is the end of our list. If someone speaks your language and then they say one of these phrases, then how would you react? Please write about it in the comment section, and please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check HungarianPod101.com for more Hungarian content, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
In this video, you'll learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Hungarian. Hi everybody, my name is Jennifer. Welcome to the 800 Core Hungarian Words and Phrases video series. In this series, we'll teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Hungarian. But there's a twist. With each new lesson in this series, we'll include the previous lessons at the end. So, after you've learned the new words and phrases, Stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at HungarianPod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally, master Hungarian. Okay, let's get started. First is kutya, dog, kutya, kutya, dog. A kutya játszik. The dog is playing. A kutya játszik. Macska, cat, macska, macska, cat. Az íróasztal alatt van egy macska. There is a cat under the desk. Az íróasztal alatt van egy macska. Hörcsög, hamster, hörcsög, hörcsög, hamster. A hörcsögök nappal aludni szeretnek. Hamsters like to sleep during the day. A hörcsögök nappal aludni szeretnek. Meleg, warm, meleg, meleg, warm. Télen meleg kabátot hordok. In winter, I wear a warm coat. Télen meleg kabátot hordok. Eső, rain, eső, eső, rain. Az utcán esik az eső. The rain is falling on the street. Az utcán esik az eső. Paradicsom, tomato, paradicsom, paradicsom, tomato. Nem szeretek paradicsomot enni. I don't like to eat tomatoes. Nem szeretek paradicsomot enni. Eper, strawberry, eper, eper, strawberry. Az eper finom és jó a szervezetnek. Strawberries are delicious and good for the body. Az eper finom és jó a szervezetnek. Cseresznye, cherry, cseresznye, cseresznye, cherry. Cseresznyét szeretnék enni. I want to eat cherries. Cseresznyét szeretnék enni. Gyerek, child, gyerek, Gyerek. Child. A gyerek járni tanul. The child learns how to walk. A gyerek járni tanul. Barát. Friend. Barát. Barát. Friend. Meglátogattam egy barátom. I visited a friend of mine. Meglátogattam egy barátom. Felnőtt. Adult. Felnőtt. Felnőtt. Adult. Gyerekek és felnőttek egyaránt szeretik a szódát. Children and adults alike love soda. Gyerekek és felnőttek egyaránt szeretik a szódát. Kerékpár. Bicycle. Kerékpár. Kerékpár. Bicycle. Kerékpárral gyorsabban lehet haladni a zsúfolt városban, mint autóval. In the crowded city, you can go faster by bicycle than by car. Kerékpárral gyorsabban lehet haladni a zsúfolt városban, mint autóval. Autó. Car. Autó. Autó. Car. Az autó balra kanyarodott. The car turned left. Az autó balra kanyarodott. Motor. Motorcycle. Motor. Motor. Motorcycle. Nem tudok motort vezetni. I can't drive a motorcycle. Nem tudok motort vezetni. Robogó. Scooter. Robogó. Robogó. Scooter. Valaki ellopta a robogót. Someone stole the scooter. Valaki ellopta a robogót. Csónak. Boat. Csónak. Csónak. Boat. A halak gyorsan elúsztak a csónak közeléből. The fish swam away from the boat quickly. A halak gyorsan elúsztak a csónak közeléből. Medúza. Jellyfish. Medúza. Medúza. Jellyfish. A medúzák lökik magukat előre a vízben. The jellyfish are bobbing in the water. A medúzák lökik magukat előre a vízben. Homár. Lobster. Homár. Homár. lobster. A homár a sziklán van. The lobster is on the rock. A homár a sziklán van. Rák. Crab. Rák. Rák. Crab. Szeretem a friss rákot. I like fresh crab. Szeretem a friss rákot. Teknős. Turtle. Teknős. Teknős. Turtle. A tengeri teknős úszik a tengerben. The sea turtle is swimming in the sea. A tengeri teknős úszik a tengerben. Well done! In this lesson, you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at HungarianPod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time! Viszontlátásra!
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better. Follow these steps and have patience. You'll soon be able to achieve your language learning goals. Just make sure to remember these 4 methods. Sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start learning more every day. Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Hungarian ebook before it's gone.